Hello guys and welcome to the MMOs.com podcast. This is Altai with episode 21 and I'm joined today by...
Omer.
Big Gumbo.
Aurelia.
Alright, whole team
That
is here.
pepper in our step.
Everyone's here, boys.
We're happy today. Having a good time.
I'm in a good mood today. I played a little bit of Black Desert Online, alright? As I was showing the game before the podcast started.
How'd you play it? Russian?
Yeah, our Russian servers are out as of October 12th. And I think it was a few days before that with their own founders pack. They had their own early release stuff. But I think anyone can start accessing on the 12th. There's an English patch out there which makes it playable. I've only done the character creator so far. And I've had a lot of fun with it. So you can show some of the gameplay off again. But
who's the publisher in Russia?
I don't know. It's actually I have the launcher right now. It's GameNet actually.
GameNet. Okay, I don't think I've heard of those guys.
So
But
anyway,
can you be as beautiful as you can be in Perfect World?
you can be more beautiful, all right? I mean, I've made a character creation video in Perfect World recently, and I made 2 quick characters in not quick. It took I spent over an hour in the character creator. I recorded a video as well, which will go up somewhat soon. But you can do so much in that game. The videos, you see them, I'm sure you've seen the one I'm showing you right now, but just playing with it yourself and just seeing the depth of what you can customize is mind-blowing. I mean, it's really incredible. I mean, honestly, just download it to play with the character creator if you haven't already. I mean, it's awesome.
I mean, there's recent news too about, wasn't it coming to
to NA, yeah. I mean,
NA? Yeah.
I mean, it's what everybody already expected for a while, but this is the first time I've heard officially that it's definitely coming to US and Europe launch, and the word they used was soon.
I mean, I don't know. You have stuff like Blade and Soul, which you assumed was gonna come, and it took forever, right?
Yeah, so don't believe it till you see it. All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, don't believe it till you can log in and play. All right, because they were saying closed betas right around the corner for that too and stuff, so it took forever. But we will have MMOs.com will have alpha keys for the NA version of Black Desert. But luckily, again, you don't have to wait because if you looked at the Korean and Japanese version of Black Desert prior to the Russia one, they had IP blocks, so you can only access them through VPNs, all this complicated nonsense. Luckily, the Russian one is there's no IP block, so you can just jump right in, download that English patch, and boom, you are good to go.
Always appreciate when that happens.
So
Yeah.
you guys might be surprised.
This looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Honestly, I haven't played it till now. I've seen the videos and stuff. I was excited, but if you don't want to wait till the NA one, just at least do the character creator. I mean, obviously you might get higher ping in game, but for the character creation, it doesn't matter. But again, it's a bit of a download. It's a 30 GB download and install.
Ooh, what?
30 gigs.
You need those high-res textures.
30 gigabytes. How do you guys feel about that?
I mean,
Well,
this
they are jiggly bytes.
Well, I remember I was patching Diablo 3 on my computer. I'm on a different computer, and the patch alone was 10 gigs. So I think that's just the way things are going these days. Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like MMOs are getting pretty out of hand. I mean, not just MMOs, games in general. How big the file size are getting.
We actually have an editorial about that.
Yeah,
Very fine editorial.
Written by a very handsome person, actually. It was me. But Star Citizen is supposed to be 100 GB in that note, so.
Wow, this is the perfect transition here.
But luckily, the game's never going to come out, so it's not going to be 100 GB.
There's no need to worry.
it's gonna be 0.
It's going to be 0 GB.
0.
So here's there's some Star Citizen news this week. Sean, have you heard of it?
I have heard of it. But I know you love Star Citizen, so I think you should take the floor in this one.
I mean, there's a speech right now. Squadron 42, the Bishop Sten speech. They released a CGI trailer, and apparently it's being voiced over by some pretty A-list voiceover celebrities. I don't really know my celebrities. So.
Gary Oldman, Mark Hamill. Who else was in there?
I feel like Mark Hamill I've heard of.
Yeah,
Mark Hamill plays Luke Skywalker in Star Wars.
Oh, I knew I heard of that guy.
Gary Oldman was. You should know Gary Oldman from a ton of movies like The Sixth Sense or keep thinking of or in Batman he was what's his name, the Commander Gordon or the Chief of Police.
Wait, so
Yeah, one girl from Hannibal's in here too.
Who voices this senator talking? I thought the voice doesn't really match the face.
Let's see. That's Gary Oldman.
He's I feel like he's smoking too much these days.
And that's almost that looks just like him.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Really?
But he's kind of throwing his voice a bit.
Is that what voice actors do though?
He does sound like he's squeaky.
Right?
Damn, man, he needs a lozenge.
Alright, call me autistic, but I don't know these voice actors that well, but you said the guy who played Luke Skywalker's in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Hamill.
Has this guy done anything in his acting career besides Star Wars? I don't recall seeing him anywhere.
No, Mark Hamill's done a lot. He's done a lot of voice acting. He was actually the Joker on the Batman cartoon.
Oh, really?
That's not. Is that like on the top of the resume? The Joker on the Batman cartoon?
Well, he's done a ton of different voice acting roles, but in terms of being in film, not so much.
But to go from like being in Star Wars, which is such an iconic film, to like being the voiceover for the Joker and Batman.
Well, that's the thing, though.
Batman.
Some people get into movies and they're only seen as playing one role, you know. So they kind of get.
The bigger picture here is Star Citizen.
The bigger picture.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you guys mentioned a minute ago, but this game actually has a convention planned.
Oh my god!
Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah.
Didn't it happen already, or it didn't happen yet?
When was it?
Citizen Con. Yeah, no, this was announced at Citizen Con.
Yeah, it says as seen during Citizen Con, so it happened already.
I think that just blows my mind that this game could have a convention already and it's not even out. Like, I could get it if it was a series, but it's not even a series. It's the first game, and like I guess it's a standalone thing, right?
Yeah.
And like I remember years ago, I went to BlizzCon basically for WoW, and this was years after WoW was already like huge and established. Mm-hmm. Like I can't imagine what people are doing at a convention for a game that's not out yet.
Getting all aboard the hype express.
They're all circle jerking. Right? So that's what they're actually doing. Right? It's a big circle jerk.
Brick wall. I can't believe they're blowing money on this. They're not only are they spending. Okay, so you have big name actors in voice acting roles. You're spending tons of money on them, and then you're gonna host a freaking convention. I don't believe any of these things were in the Kickstarter when people signed up for it. But people don't care, so it's like the fanboyism is true. It's like.
Can you guys imagine the people at the con though? They're like standing around and they're like, yeah, I bought the $1,000 Battleship Galactica. How about you, boys?
I got the $5,000 frigid from the Imperial auction.
Well, I belong to a guild and we bought a carrier and 10 fighter planes. What are you gonna do about that? It's like everyone talking about their soon-to-be ships that they can't even fly yet. Right? They can't even use yet in the game.
On my mind, they raised too. They're up to like I think a bit over 90 million now. So that's
holy crap.
90 million bones. Holy crap! That's so much money. Do you think? Let's throw estimates out. What do you think will be the final tally for Star Citizen when it either crashes or it releases? How much will they raise?
Oh man,
I'm gonna say 140 million.
140 million. Wow, that seems high.
The game's not coming out for at least another 2 years. Right? I'm throwing that out there right now.
Oh, that's true.
They got plenty of time.
How many years has it been? That's what I need to know here. When did it first come out on Kickstarter?
Let me take a look.
Let's do some homework, boys.
Dude, they already have merch and the game's not even out. Like they have t-shirts and mugs and patches and stuff, mouse pads.
So here, let me try and defend them though. Maybe they raised too much money, right? And they don't know how to spend it. So you can't just keep hiring people. Like you can't keep throwing money at something and rush development, right? So they're just gonna blow the money on all these extraneous things like conventions and voice actors.
Talking about not being able to spend money, there's actually a lengthy series of articles that came out on the Escapist, and one of them was talking actually one of the ex-employees or somebody in the related I guess to the company was saying
games.
Was saying they're actually burning. They actually already burned through most of it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So they actually they said they have like there's like 6 sources at Cloud Imperium that they cite anonymously. There's a big feud between Escapist and Cloud Imperium Games. The guys behind Star Citizen now for saying, oh, it's slander, this and that. But here's the interesting quote from the article. I mean, because you guys know how much I love Star Citizen and how far they've gotten with all the money they spent. The quote says they spent $82 million. And what is there to show for that? There's a demo, a racing demo, a single first-person shooter level, and an area where you can walk around for $82 million.
I don't understand, though. Where did the money go? What are they... Is he living? Is Chris Roberts own like 6 mansions across?
There were allegations that he's taking like first-class trips. He's renting a mansion, and people are alleging he's using company money to do that. He says he's not. He says he's always lived a luxury lifestyle because he's a wealthy guy from his other businesses. I mean,
this is lifestyle is accustomed to.
Yeah, he said people didn't point out my mansions before Star Citizen. He says he lived in like that style of lifestyle for a long time anyway. So I mean, that's pretty valid defense because I mean, this guy made money in his previous businesses, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know. That's why
this guy's made movies, you know.
Yeah,
it did.
It was a pretty big. It was like the space shooter series back in the day.
But that's such I remember Shu pointed that out to me as if like that was like the reason she was hyped for Star Citizen. Like this guy hasn't done shit since then, right?
It is true.
He made some decidedly B-rate movies. Come on.
It's this is a pretty damning article from Escapist. I mean, obviously, you have to take it with a grain of salt in that all their sources were ex-employees, disgruntled employees. So they could have gotten fired. They wanted to say something bad about their bosses. But there's some really, really negative stuff out there.
I have to.
Didn't they respond to it?
Yeah.
By saying that employees at that level wouldn't know all the inner workings of the company to begin with, so it was kind of invalidated. I mean,
well, I think what they did was also the article went back and re-added all the rebuttals that Cloud Imperium Games put in as well, so it kind of counterbalanced it. But
I mean, that kind of does make sense to me too, in a sense that if you really were unless this person has a big title, it's kind of how do you know all this information, the financials of the company, because they wouldn't disclose that to you.
That's true.
Right?
That's
So
that's the CFO.
yeah.
One of the guys said I was all around guy, but they had me working on campaign materials, advertising, preparing stuff for cons. They had me doing 90% of that and 10% of actual work on the game. So he's we're wasting all this time promoting our game and nobody's working on it. Which is what the vibe I got from the game for a long time anyway.
You know what made me kind of believe it's true, what these guys are saying? So the official response by Cloud Imperium to all this wasn't to rebuke it, right? It was something called a demand letter. So they're actually threatening legal action against the Escapists for publishing this stuff.
Come on, that's so stupid
damning.
of them.
Yeah, and then okay, so here's what it says: we hereby demand that you, as the responsible person in charge, personally apologize to Miss Gardner and our HR manager for tremendous emotional distress and potential reputation harm.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Right?
What the hell?
All free speech.
You must
Holy
publish
shit.
that apology on your magazine's website, together with the retraction of the article until such time as the murky background of this creation have been investigated. And C, engage and empower an independent party to fully investigate the events and circumstances that led to the creation and publication of this article. What the heck?
So they're trying to stifle free speech because their butt cheeks are hurt.
And
That's
just
what
for
I'm-
that,
Is there a link to this?
Yeah.
I kind of want to see it.
Yeah, let me pop it over.
yeah, I looked right here. Yeah, you got it.
That's the most damning thing I've heard the
Holy
whole time.
There's another long article over there. But I mean, we're going to link to this article because I thought it was interesting. And if they're trying to get it taken off the internet, that gives me that makes me want to share it even more because they're so embarrassed by it that,
That's the Barbara Streisand effect.
And basically the thing is, if they don't comply, they're threatening to legal action against the Escapists and the parent company.
Yeah.
Wait for reporting on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, if you live in the state of Washington and you're disgruntled and donate to Star Citizen, there may be legal precedent for you to sue. So
Yeah.
maybe you can give a little FU back to Robert Space Industries.
What the hell?
I want to point out that Chris Roberts is also a terrible film director. Wing Commander has a 10% score on Rotten Tomatoes, so pretty embarrassing stuff there.
Right, they said
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
They said there's a quote from, I don't know if I should say this in this podcast, but I think it was Sandy Gardner, one of the employees. I think, was that his wife?
Yeah, I think so.
She would write emails with so much profanity. She would call people stupid, retarded, F words for homosexuality and accuse men of not having balls. So,
Oh, by the way, the wife was a high-ranking employee at the company.
yeah, it's
That's how you can tell.
Also not a good sign.
Yeah.
That's nepotism.
yeah, it's just. This is just ridiculous. This story is getting more and more absurd. I mean, I would love to see the game actually come out, but every time I see these updates on what other people are finding out about the game, it just makes me think it's not going to come out. I mean, I'm rooting for them. I don't want anyone I don't want it to crash and burn. A lot of people put money into this game. I mean, people are going to feel bad. They're going to lose their money.
Well,
I mean, the employees are going to feel cheated. They're going to lose their jobs. I mean, I want this to work out. I just know in my gut it's not going to.
The problem is if it doesn't work out, it's going to give crowdfunding
Yeah.
a bad name. And there's plenty of other projects that do deserve crowdfunding with responsible teams who make good products like Divinity.
Yeah.
And I also want to see you drink a warm Bud Light Long. So I really do want this to work out.
I think this game's gonna sink the crowdfunding hype train.
That's the prediction right now.
And look at the shoes link she put out for another ship.
Yeah, you like it?
The combo, the Completionist. It's a digital bundle, guys. It's affordable. $15,000. I can make a down payment on my house, or I can buy a bullshit virtual spaceship in Star Citizen, which is never going to come out.
Genius.
Oh, $15,000, nice.
Yeah, it's unbelievably insane. Like, if somebody buys this, I mean, you have that much money. Congrats, man. You've been successful in life or something. But it's good for you. But it's just, I feel like you must be mentally ill to buy this.
you could spend that money better by supporting the MMOs team.
Yes.
And,
I'll give you a virtual spaceships that's 10 times bigger than this, all right? But it's also non-existent, all right? And you'll never be able to see it in game.
It's just as valid.
It's just as valid, all right?
Dude, talk about pay to win. Like, what if you buy this? What's the point of playing the game? You just have everything already.
Yeah, pay to win. Like, how could this not be pay to win? Like,
we installed a lot of founders packs, but nothing compares.
I think it's like at this point it's like a self-parody. They're just trying to see how much they can get away with.
Maybe.
and then it's like it was all a joke.
Seriously,
we got your money.
15,000? That's disgusting.
You know, though, I do have to thank Robert Space Industries for the drama, though, because it's pretty high quality.
It really is.
Yeah.
The entertainment, it's like, I mean, you don't even have to pay for anything. You just get all this entertainment, right?
I mean, they shut off their forums from like non-paying members too. So if you want to post in their forum, you have to buy shit.
No, I think they did reopen it though.
Oh yeah?
It was a temporary thing. Yeah, it was like for a day or so after the shit first hit the fan.
That's funny.
There's also subscriptions. I mean,
Yes.
Yeah. Some free-to-play games have like an optional premium subscription. You know, of course, Star Citizen has their $10 and $20 tiers for subscriptions. some merchandise
Amazing.
we can check out. Nice mug.
Wait, they have subscriptions and the game's not out? Like, how
they
does
have
that
multiple
work?
tiers of subscription, sure.
How does that work? Like, it's like, yeah,
Sure, it's a scam.
I'm sub to Star Citizen. It's like,
You get the $10 a month, or you want to be a more premium Imperator Prime, you pay $20 a month. I mean, they got their names.
This reminds me of all the people that used to bash on free-to-play games for like being pay to win, like cash grabs or whatever. This game is Western developed. A lot of people basically shit on like Asian games, right? For that.
Nexon.
Yeah. So compared to Robert Space Industries, Nexon, and all those companies are just angels.
Yo, guys, if you pay the monthly plan, it's $20 a month, right? But if you prepay the whole year, it's only $220. You save $20. It's what a value, guys.
Even though the point of this is to support the game by giving them money, but you still have a savings. So what?
No, you get goodies every month. You decorate your hangar. Subscribers receive exclusive digital hangar flair every month, from collectible spacecraft modules to interactive lockers.
Let me get this straight. The only thing they've been working on this entire time is fucking hangar flair.
Yeah, cosmetics.
Not.
This game is just never gonna come out, guys. I knew this from day one.
and I hope it comes out though, because I really want to play it, But
yeah, the content is awesome. Everything seems cool, but you can't like overpromise all this stuff, and like you go so far away from your initial plan that it's impossible.
Well, I don't know. I'm just sad now.
All right.
I can rant about hating Star Citizen all day, and I can
let's
rant
move on,
about
let's
this game
move
never
on.
coming out. Let's move on, like Aaron said.
Right.
Did one day we're gonna get an email and they're gonna be like, we demand that you redact everything you said in your podcast.
Bring it.
Demand an official
Sue me.
official apology. Demand that
I would love
Omer
that for
drinks a
sue
Bud
us.
Light line. It's gonna be.
I would love to get sued by that. That's just free publicity.
Yeah,
It's true.
bring it on. 1v1 me, Chris Roberts. 1v1 me top lane. I'll play Singed.
Dude. What hero would he play? Is there like a sci-fi spaceship hero in League?
Well, there's like skins for like.
Who's that black guy with the two guns? He's sci-fi.
No, even though it's not a League hero, he'd be Gazlo.
Yeah, from HOTS.
Oh, speaking of HOTS, guys. So the medic came out.
Oh
I
yeah,
haven't
medic.
touched on that. It's such a funny name. It's like Lieutenant Morales or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I picked her up. I've been playing her since day one,
It's a
and
very
I'm
stereotypical.
gonna make a video
Is she like a Hispanic
tonight.
nurse or something? I don't understand.
What's your verdict on Lieutenant Morales? See, she
I mean,
was our
so- when I-
resident HOTS player here.
When I first played her, I was like, "Oh my god, this character's OP as fuck!" Right?
Mhm.
Oh wait, are we allowed to say fuck? I'm sorry.
You can say. I
It's
give you
Gucci.
permission.
Okay, but yeah, she was like really, really broken. So she has a healing beam. It's kind of like Team Fortress 2 medic, right?
Yes.
It's like that. You could just keep it on the dude. And at first I was like, dude, this is like so ridiculously broken, right? And then I realized she's just as squishy as Nova. So
Oh,
pretty
wow.
much like if your team sucks or you get flanked, you're just instant dead playing her pretty much. But one of her other interesting abilities is she has the ability to call a dropship, and it comes in from the sky, and all your friends can get into it, and then you can fly to another part of the map.
That's kind of
It's
Yeah,
really
it's like a
good for,
mass
like-
teleport anywhere on the map. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've heard of that. Yeah,
So,
she was.
what's your rank right now in HOTS? You've been playing quite a bit, haven't you?
I dropped because I started playing a new character, but I was rank 3 earlier.
It's not bad.
Rank 3, nice.
I'm trying to get to rank 1 so I can start making some videos on MMOs about like tactics. So I feel like people will want that before
I can respect that though.
make.
I see videos online, tutorials and stuff where there's league, HOTS and stuff, and it's by like these like gold players, like these mid-tier players. And I feel like you're not in a position to really make guides unless you're like at least a rank 1 in HOTS or like at least a diamond in league. I mean, you gotta have some credibility before you start pumping out guides. At least that's what I think.
My Brightwing is super solid. Like the thing is, I started playing Abathur, and you know Abathur, right? I started playing him. I dropped like 5 ranks when I started playing him. But my Brightwing is really good. So I was gonna make like Brightwing guides and stuff.
Yeah, do it when you get to.
I can carry games with him, but with Abathur, I kind of just get wrecked. To be honest.
Well, in somewhat related MOBA.
Well, before we move HOTS, they actually are releasing another hero, Artanis.
Oh, that one has a little bit of controversy around it. You guys want to hear?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so there's like the new StarCraft 2 expansion coming out.
Legacy of the Void.
Legacy of the Void, yeah. And if you pre-purchase Legacy of the Void, you have access to Artanis. First off, you get Artanis for free. And then you have access to him before anyone else can get him through gold or with money. That means that you can play him. You can play him in ranked before all the other people. So that's the issue.
I figured that was the controversy you're talking about.
Yeah, that people who don't pay don't have access to him in ranked before he comes out at all. So that's the issue. But I mean, since it's Blizzard, I mean, people are clearly not as mad because Blizzard has a pretty good, they're not Chris Roberts. So
I mean, in a way, like this makes me appreciate the Dota system where every hero is just free. Like no other game really does that, right?
Nope.
No. Like everything is free from the get-go in Dota. I mean, I realize how valuable that is now,
I mean, I personally I'm fine with the Heroes of the Storm and the League of Legends system because I feel a sense of accomplishment when I can purchase a new hero.
Yeah, it's a sense of progression.
Also, it's a sense of progression, and also it's like it kind of what do you call it? Incentivizes me to
keep playing,
pay more attention to like a single character at a time. That way, I become a lot stronger with that character.
I think that was the logic behind the early rotation in heroes. You play a certain number of heroes and you learn them before you start jumping around to everything. Whereas in Dota, it can be overwhelming. You play a new hero every game.
I think MOBA games should take the Brawlhalla approach. I think that's the best.
Yeah, same as like League.
No, Brawlhalla is better because Brawlhalla lets you pick any single character to play.
You get one freebie. You mean?
You get one freebie, and I think that's a big deal because having that one freebie is like, you come into the game and, especially if you're a really aesthetic, driven character like me. I mean, person. I'm not
character. You're a character, Shu.
I could be a character.
You're a character.
But aesthetic driven person like me, like I really had like that one character I really want to play, and if I can't play it, I'm kind of like turned off to the game. I mean, you guys saw that what have you played? WildStar. Yeah, I had that issue. So. I mean, letting you pick like one character for free, any character that you want, is really awesome. And I mean, if people want to like multi-account and do that, I mean, whatever, right? Like you're spreading out your progression.
Personally, I have no problem with HOTS doing the Artanis for early access for people who buy the StarCraft. And actually, one of the things I like about the Blizzard Battle.net launcher or whatever is they have a lot of those kind of cross-game promotions. Like if you do stuff in Diablo, you get stuff in Hearthstone, and vice versa.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's cool. But the issue is the early access for people that only purchase it. So I actually like that they do that because they have a lot of cross promotions. I mean, it is a crossover game after all. Yeah. But the issue is that you purchase this, you get access to this before the general public can. That the non-paying character. So therefore, it's sort of a buy for power if he releases overpowered. Does that make sense? Like if he doesn't release overpowered, then there's no issue.
Also, I guess my thing is I don't really take HOTS seriously as like a competitive game, so it's less of an issue to me than it would be in League or Dota.
I mean, you can't really use that though as like
even if it was competitive, right? I don't see a problem with that. I mean, you want pre-order Legacy of the Void right now? Problem fixed.
I mean, what if you don't want to play StarCraft? I mean, I don't play StarCraft, right?
All right, no, just see it as a way to buy the hero. Otherwise, the hero costs like $10 anyway, right?
Yeah, but you can't even buy them. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like you can't
But-
buy
but-
them.
but-
You can't
but
buy
Well,
them.
you can buy him. Just cost whatever the expansion costs.
I don't know. I think
Yeah,
it's a week
he
or
costs
two,
like
maybe
50
2
bucks. You can
weeks.
buy him directly. Buy the expansion, never play it, and then you got your hero. It's expensive, but it's an option.
Yeah, just
Or
think,
yeah,
of, him as
but
very, just think of him as
again,
a
that-
premium character.
Yeah. It's a
Again, though, that's giving access to people that pay.
Yeah,
That,
but that's
you
true
know.
for all heroes that cost money.
No, but you can like say the character is overpowered, right? You have a gold stockpile. I'm sure most
Oh,
people.
if you have
Okay,
enough
hold
gold.
on, shush. When new heroes come out in HOTS, as well as in League, they're overpriced to begin with in terms of gold and free currency. New
Yeah,
heroes
but
cost
you still have the
15,000?
option.
Come on.
I mean, you still have the option to purchase them with in-game currency.
Would that be okay?
right?
Let's say it costs 100k gold. Are you still okay with it?
I mean, that's kind of pushing it, right?
But I feel like most people don't buy new heroes with gold because you can't. Let's say a new hero comes out.
I don't personally.
Yeah, because
but
you can't. You can't save 50k gold that easily. If you're already max level, how much gold do you get for your missions?
There's a ton of people that they just have all the characters already. You're like, they've been
Because
playing
they bought
since
them.
the beginning.
They bought them with cash.
Cash money.
But I mean,
As is, it's
I mean,
already,
sure,
it's already
but-
milking you for money. I think the way the game is structured. Because even League, to get 6,900 IP to buy a new hero is very difficult, especially if they release heroes quickly, which they have been doing in League. But in HOTS, shoot, let's say you save 15k gold, you buy a hero, right?
uh-huh.
By the time next hero comes around, unless you're playing literally like 10 hours a day, you're not gonna have 15k gold.
I mean, I had 25k stocked up on my character on my account earlier
Then
until
you
I bought Abathur.
But how long? Yeah, and then you to get 15k again is it take forever. It's a slow
I mean,
process.
It is, but it's just the issue that, like I said, that you don't have that option, right? I mean, I personally don't care. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't care as
Yeah.
a person, but I feel like it's sort of a dick move.
Fair
But
enough.
I don't care. I don't care enough to be like, fuck Blizzard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. It's a dick move, but it's
Well, here's
gonna happen.
Here's a fun
so.
blog post I ran into this week. It says Twitch every month they release their top viewed games of the month, and one of the big, I guess the biggest story in the numbers this month is Hearthstone passed Dota 2 for the third spot for the first time.
Wow.
Yeah, so more people watch Hearthstone now than Dota 2. That's crazy.
Well,
Wow.
there was the tournament, so
The latest update too. Yeah, there was a big update. Was it this month?
For Hearthstone?
Last month.
was it the tournament this past month?
Well, it was called the Grand Tournament. The update.
The update was called
Oh.
Good Tournament.
Oh.
Yeah, that threw me off too for a while because I took a break from Hearthstone. And I heard the Grand Tournament. I'm like, oh, cool. It's gonna be a tournament for the game. No, it was an expansion pack.
Okay, I rescind.
But that's impressive. I think Hearthstone is gonna keep surprising to the upside. People are gonna be playing that on their mobile like crazy.
But playing is one thing. People actually watching people play a card game? That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
I think it's a good Twitch game because every player, every streamer has about 50% of the time to talk to his fans because when it's enemy's turn.
Ooh, you're right.
In League, if you're actually playing seriously, like at a high
You
level,
can't really communicate. You're right.
exactly. You can't read the chat. You can't really respond that well. Maybe when you're dead and waiting like 30 seconds to res.
This would be a really good game for the Twitch girls to stream then.
Yeah.
People really like when you interact with them, with
Yeah.
viewers, because they feel involved.
I mean, every time I did my stream, I interacted a lot, and that was the most fun part for me anyway.
Yeah, it's for me too.
It makes it more enjoyable. Otherwise, why are you streaming if you're not going to talk to people?
My,
Just-
Yeah,
favorite,
we should stream sometime, Omer.
Yeah.
Like, I'm down to stream too for MMOs.
my favorite Hearthstone girl's streaming.
Oh yeah, check her out.
She's got 4K viewers.
Boy.
Oh boy. Mine's lagging. I can't see her.
We're all clicking in right now, aren't we? We're all waiting. 4,000 views.
It's impressive.
Watching her play a card game.
I'm hearing some Japanese.
She's Chinese though.
All right.
Damn racist.
I'm just saying she's
Racist.
Chinese. What?
One sec.
All right. Well, in other MOBA news, I wanted to bring up real quick. It's League of Legends related. We're going to talk about the G2A thing, which has been kind of big news now. But I want to mention I started playing ranked on my other account, Strix's. It's an account that I have not played at all this season. So I played 3 games total so far, I'm 3-0, right? So when I played last night, I looked at the people I'm playing against. As an unranked player with 3 wins, that's it. 3 games played the whole season. I'm playing against Diamond 4s. Everyone in the enemy team and our team is all Diamond 4. Like, how the hell are you in this rating with 3 wins? So everyone's like confused why I'm there. It's because when you reset
Past seasons, right?
Yeah, past seasons when you keep resetting from a really high level, you maintain like like some portion of your MMR. So everyone's just confused, like why somebody with 3 wins can be in.
So why does it even reset then every season?
Because it's weird.
It resets to unranked, right? Or
you get unranked, your hidden rating is still cut in half. A certain formula too. It's still reduced though. So it just.
Omer, I need to get to gold. Maybe you can stream it.
Yeah, I helped a high school friend get the gold, so I can.
So I haven't played like since the. I mean, I'm sure I could just get it, but I mean, it might be more fun to
stomp noobs. Hell yeah.
to stomp people.
I love stomping in low ranked games.
Yeah,
but
we should maybe stream that. We should set that up. Stream it for the viewers.
The G2A news though. Who put that up? Was that you, Shu?
Did I put that? I think I
Sean?
missed it. Let me check.
I didn't put it up, but I have a vague notion of what's going on. G2A is notorious for selling CD keys, typically acquired through less than legal means. You may have bought a CD key from G2A at a severely reduced price. So League of Legends, what did they say? They said they won't accept.
They're getting rid of all the sponsorship.
Right, no longer allowing the sponsorship. And that was due to what exactly, if you could...
Yeah, they said, here's some league gameplay you can look at while you wait if you want. The reason being, they said there was some associations between G2A and like gold boosting and account selling websites, elo boosting and account websites. So they took offense to that, and I think they tried to work it out, but they said, you know what, we're not going to work with you anymore.
Well,
So the main spiel is this, guys. You guys are missing the story here. Basically, G2A sells level 30 accounts.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
So they basically promote botting because people leave bots on. The bots rank for queue for games. They get to level 30, and they ruin games because the bot's just sitting there. And when it gets to level 30, they sell for $30.
$30? What a ripoff! I bought my Smurf accounts for like $5 each.
Well, you bought it from the bot. I mean, well, no. We want to say anything here. Shh, we don't use bots.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically you can buy league accounts, Riot points, and all this schnaz on G2A. G2A is a major sponsor of many individual streamers, of esports teams. They're kind of all over the scene, right? You'll see on a lot of Twitch channels, you'll see G2A affiliate links, referral links. So they've been pumping money into esports, G2A. Riot said we don't want to see any more G2A logos or links on anyone that's involved in our esports scene, basically. And
they can control that because I mean, some guy posted on my news video when I talked about that, and he made an interesting point saying the real villains here are Riot Games because they're the ones that stop their pro players from playing other games too. They're very controlling, you know. So how do you guys feel about that?
Well, I mean, that's kind of, you get in bed with the devil. That's what happens. Because
it's not calling the devil. That's a bit of a stretch.
Fine,
well, the reason, are we talking about LCS?
Yeah.
Okay, so the reason why I don't think it's an issue is because they're like salaried from Riot Games, and
exactly,
so
they're employees.
It's like yeah, you're an employee. Like if you're an employee at like, I don't know, some random game company, you don't suddenly work for the competitor. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like you can't like be in both beds, you know?
Yeah, but that's
not
cheesy
allowed.
though. Like if you're a league pro basically today, you're basically an employee of the game you're playing, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's not the case for any other esport, whether it's Counter-Strike, Dota, Hearthstone. You know,
That's true.
A Hearthstone streamer can like play around a league, play around a Dota, play around a Counter-Strike just fine.
They're not getting paid from
Yes,
Blizzard, that's why.
but they're not getting paid.
Well, exactly.
League is giving you a static amount of money that you're gonna get no matter what.
No. Oh,
you don't need to win anything to get that. You're
I
part
agree.
of it.
They certainly have the right to tell their employees what to do. I'm just saying I don't like that system. That the system that Riot has chosen.
Oh, I see.
There's too much conflict of interest. It kind of ties everything into Riot instead of letting like an independent scene flourish. If that makes sense.
It feels to me like they're trying to artificially create a actual pro sports scene. Like football or something. They're trying to have it where the players are salaried and stuff, so that they have a more stable income.
But keep in mind, that is a very key point. Stable income. The players that involved in pro esports, the LCS players, unless you're like a top tier team, you're not really rolling in the dough, you know?
Yeah.
You can't live off your streaming money if you're like not a huge big shot. So this allows them to actually dedicate time to League of Legends and just keep playing without having to worry about knowing where you're going to get your next meal. And I think that's really important because up until recently, you really could not make money doing esports, even if you were really good. The pro scene, like I think what Riot did really enabled a lot of players to get to where they are through the salary system. I agree though, it's not perfect because it still feels wrong to tell someone they can't play Dota if the game, even though you're a pro league player. I mean, telling someone they can't stream something just seems wrong in a way.
Yeah, it just makes it seem artificial.
But, basketball players get paid, from the teams and stuff. They're trying to recreate that atmosphere.
Right, but they're employees of their team, not the. I guess it doesn't really make sense because nobody really owns.
Somebody
basketball.
owns the basketball team.
Yeah, but the team, exactly. The team.
Does somebody own the league too? I don't know. I don't know how sports works.
I don't know either, to be honest. I think the league is owned by the teams collectively.
Oh yeah.
That's what I think.
Yes.
Someone's gonna school us.
It's like 40 basketball teams or whatever. I think they collectively own the NBA or whatever. It's not the case as Riot, basically. Okay, it's not the same setup as Riot has.
I mean, I'm curious what everybody else thinks about that and listening to the podcast. Like, there's obviously a balance between getting paid from Riot, and that kind of comes with some strings attached, and kind of censoring players. But I think this whole G2A thing is going to negatively affect esports because they are a big sponsor, not just for League. They sponsor everything, really.
Yep.
And I know, C9 was a big,
and
big part.
They still do sponsor everything, just minus League now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think the issue here is that there's not a lot of companies actually taking esports super seriously, except for gaming companies themselves. And that's what leads to you having to rely on people like G2A, right? Is like they're clearly shady. I mean, do you really want shady to be associated with your brand? But you have no choice because
let's be real, they are shady. Like I bought Civilization 5. It was like $50 on Steam with the full pack. I bought like $10. All right, like I don't even know how they do that. All right.
Actually, if we're going to talk about shady, they're known for selling stuff that's bought stolen credit cards, and they've got and there's the whole legality around reselling CD keys to begin with. That's kind of questionable.
I think their defense was they're like a platform, and like they can't control their users.
The Pirate Bay defense.
Yeah, they're using the Pirate Bay defense. They're saying they're a platform, and then they can't stop the stolen CD keys and stuff from being used.
All I remember is I bought Dungeon Defenders 2. I bought 3 copies for my brother and my friends to play. I paid $15 each, and a week later, I learned that they're actually 42 cents on G2A.com.
Yeah, so it was absurd. So I feel like I got ripped off paying the full retail price, but then we also got the support, the people behind Dungeon Defenders.
Well, going forward, I'm definitely going to check the site first from now on. Support.
We all agree they're shady. We all agree it's shady, but then we're all going to keep using it. I like it, guys.
Yeah, definitely.
By the way, speaking of esports is about to explode. I think we mentioned this maybe briefly, but TBS is about to start their own esports league, and what was the convention today through VentureBeat, GamesBeat? All the talk was on esports, and
but why watch esports on TBS when you can watch on Twitch? Like,
I know
it doesn't seem like compatible almost.
I said the same thing in the news article, but the point is that there's a ton of interest now from outside the scene itself, from outside the companies directly involved in the games, and everyone wants to make their buck through competitive gaming.
The BBC is actually going to be live streaming the League of Legends tournament in I think it's the quarterly championship or something.
Wow. Well, there it is.
Did that guys ever tell you about the water cooler conversation I had at Riot?
Ooh, no, what was it? Anything juicy?
But yeah, back in the day, I was like talking to the competitive gaming manager, like the esports manager. I was talking to him and I was like, okay, dude, check this out. If you want League of Legends esports to be like big, you need to treat it like a real sport. You need to have like teams that are salaried, right? And you need to have them representing different things, and they need to just play like Monday Night League, right?
Yeah.
And he told me, not realistic, will never happen. Get wrecked.
Yeah,
Nostradamus. Fucking call me Nostradamus, dude. Yeah.
It's true though. It's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Actually, I don't want to sound like the negative Nancy, but
no, please do.
Okay, so there's a little controversy discussion. I don't think there's an esports scene, and there won't be anytime soon. What we have instead, we have a competitive League scene, we have a competitive Dota scene, we have a competitive Counter-Strike scene, and we have a marginally competitive Hearthstone maybe scene. That's it.
Okay, but why is that a problem? We have a competitive basketball scene. We have a competitive baseball scene.
Yeah, there you go.
There's
they
no
overlap
competitive
too.
handball scene.
No,
at least
okay.
not to the
Here's
same
why
extent.
I wouldn't say it's a problem, but here's the issue. Once upon a time, League and Dota will die, right? Or maybe it'll fade. Like kind of StarCraft is basically faded, right? Like
Yeah.
Okay. StarCraft 1, huge esports scene, right? Korea, everyone's watching it, blah blah blah. StarCraft 2 rolls around, it's more or less a letdown. For a while there was hype, but basically it kind of faded away. The esports scene.
Yeah.
The same thing's gonna happen to League, and there will not be something to replace it. Potentially.
Why not? Why?
Everything so far has been replaced by something bigger. StarCraft is replaced by like Counter-Strike and stuff, and that's getting replaced by.
No. Well, StarCraft was not replaced by Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike was also a scene, and it still is.
But Counter-Strike, the regular 1.6 scene went to Source, and then went to Go, and it's been exponential growth almost. How big it's gotten.
Okay, so Counter-Strike kind of kept the pace. StarCraft hasn't. It's just kind of faded. No, RTS replaced it though.
No, because the genre itself died.
Right.
That's why.
Okay, so that can certainly happen with MOBAs.
But League and stuff, but MOBAs are still growing right now, like pretty rapidly.
Rapidly.
Sure that. I mean, there's that chart on Super Data
you say
Research.
MOBAs are growing. Basically, what you're saying is League is growing.
League is growing. I'm saying League is growing.
Okay,
yes.
that's not the same as saying MOBAs is growing.
That's true.
Yeah, okay, so
And
League is
look
growing.
at this. Even League is the one that's.
I'm
really
well aware of
dominating.
this chart. Yeah, so all this chart shows me is we don't have a scene so much as we have League of Legends.
That's true, but like, fine. League of Legends is like football, and then you have Dota 2 as like soccer, and then you have Counter-Strike Go as like basketball.
It's more like League is like football, whatever you want to say, like basketball, and everything else is like
Handball.
is like badminton. That's what I'm seeing on this chart.
Why is it every time I hear the word badminton, I think of badminton. Like you got mittens on and they're bad. He's like badminton. That's misbehaving.
I have no idea.
Is that just me?
That's just you.
No way.
Yeah,
That's
that is
just me.
you. I always think that old English video. I don't know if anyone else saw that, where they go to play badminton and they use their hands as guns and shoot each other in the gym. No, not saw that. Okay, never mind.
That is.
Anyway, I think you're drawing an unfair parallel there. I think it's an unfair parallel between sports themselves, and I think it's way too early to make a judgment saying there is no scene. Yeah, League is huge, but who could have predicted the rise of TCGs as this gigantic
Hearthstone is
market?
still
And
growing so quickly.
Okay. The game is growing. Okay, but how big is the competitive scene? I don't think it's growing that fast.
I don't know, we don't have a super data subscription,
We'll have to wait and
so
see.
I'm not sure.
So that's the thing. I'm not saying games are not growing. I'm not saying a new game won't be big. Like Clash of Clans is big, right?
Yeah.
And some people take it very seriously, but it's not a spectator sport.
But Hearthstone became a spectator sport. We saw it eclipse Dota 2 as the next most watched thing, and it's going up.
That doesn't mean it's an esport. Just because people are watching it, it gets a casual
Right.
game they're watching.
Here's my prediction. I'm pretty sure gambling is going to act as a catalyst for this stuff, and you're going to see. I don't think you're going to see any like major players. You're going to see tons of minor games that get a lot of attention in certain arenas in certain contexts. You're not going to see direct parallels between video games and sports. You're going to see lots and lots of little things.
Okay, this scene is going to get
Lots of
bigger.
match fixing.
There's certainly going to
Match
be
fixing.
I don't
competitive
know why it matters
gaming.
if League outpaces everything else. League is just the most accessible and widely known for
Currently,
now.
yes.
And something is always going to come along and replace something else. There's no reason why it's just going to die after League.
I mean, look at the size of esports, the prize pools over the last like 5 years, and like
The prize pools are entirely explained by League and Dota.
yes, I know.
Okay. So there's nothing
again,
else.
No, look at League and Dota. Look at their growth in the last 5 years. It's insane.
Okay. Again, it's not esports growing. It's just League and Dota growing.
Okay,
That's my point.
but they are esports right now. Those two games and Counter-Strike Go. Okay, those 3 games are leading the pack. But look at the explosive growth of those 3 games. When I say esports, sure, refer to the 3 biggest games right now. You know.
Also, look at how many games are being created, and part of their description, part of their whole purpose is to be a competitive esports game.
And they flame out.
Whether or not they are, I understand. But the point is that developers themselves are trying to find a game that's going to be big in the competitive scene, and somebody's going to strike gold eventually. You know, you put them up monkeys in a room. And
I think you have too many
clacking
people
away.
chasing, getting ahead of the market with this.
I agree with that.
Okay.
I do. But I don't think the flame is going to die off. I think it's just going to stay just as strong.
And
because
I want
there's
you
too
to
many
show this on the
outside
podcast.
interests.
Just look at this growth over here. You can't say this is dying. Like it's going in the other direction from what you're saying. It's
Whoa,
still
whoa,
growing
whoa.
very quickly.
League is
an
growing
unfair
quickly.
image.
Yes.
Also, this is, Sean, you were saying earlier something about lots of little games.
Yes.
Okay, I understand that games will be played at a competitive level for a long time. But when people say the word esports, this is what I imagine: an arena full of
That's just
people
what you imagine.
buying
That's
$10
your
hot
arbitrary-
dogs. That's what.
No,
That's not what I envisioned.
that's not what I envision either.
Oh, so what?
That's
Just two
your
guys.
arbitrary
So
judgment.
so when you and me play Counter-Strike, and we yell at each other, is that esports?
No, but there's a competition like something online, even if it's an online organized competition, it's an esport.
It's gotta have money on
It's
it.
gonna be-
Okay, you gotta measure it by money or something, or tournament, organized.
I mean,
tournaments.
you're asking for a definition of a term itself, and that's a whole nother story.
Are there monetary rewards for Olympics? You get,
Yes.
I think you get some money, yeah.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
that's not
LG.
that's not the prime driver of the Olympics, though. That's
Okay,
not the money
I
that
think we have
drives
different
it.
definitions then. Just playing a game competitively to me is not an esports scene.
And if people are watching you, it's an esports scene.
Okay,
There's a key. I think there's some key features.
don't they have to be watching you in an arena?
No, he's watching you on the
No,
stream.
why? Well, I think esports will shine. I think the arena is a failed notion. I think it's going to shine through streaming and everything else.
Yeah.
Okay, so is a new girl playing a game with 10,000 people watching her? Is that esports now?
Hell
No.
yeah.
Well, it depends. Is she competing in a
Depends, is she hot?
in a tournament?
No. She's just playing online. She's playing ranked, whatever.
Why would that be esports? No, that's just her streaming. That's like
Yeah.
saying
Okay,
every
okay.
time.
So that will grow, but the tournament stuff will not be huge, I don't think, in the future.
Well, let
There's
me
a lot of,
let
Go
me
ahead.
use Counter-Strike as an example. Right now, there are a lot of small name tournaments that are being streamed by individual people, so that would be esports, right?
Yes.
So-
If it's a tournament, even if it's organized, even if it's $1,000, that's a tournament. Whatever. I'm good with that.
Yeah, so pretty much there's that's how Counter-Strike works right now, is not every, you can't have, major news outlets streaming, the small Counter-Strike games. I actually watch a lot of my Counter-Strike games just through somebody streaming it who's like a approved spectator. Like pretty much they just ask to say, "Hey, I wanna commentate, your tournament," right? And they're like, "Oh, okay, sure." And then so they give him spectator access, and then he streams it from his stream, and does the commentary for the live tournament. And they have a lot of that for Counter-Strike.
No,
I mean,
Counter-Strike's doing well.
I showed you one, Omer. Remember the funny guy that
Yeah,
that
the
says,
Russian
like
guy.
cuckoo, that guy.
I love that guy. He's awesome.
Yeah, like that, that. I mean, that's esports.
Yeah, there you go. I'm with Sean. I think he's going to keep getting bigger, and I think we're going to be surprised by what really ends up taking over like the glove from League of Legends in like the next 5-6 years, whatever.
Okay,
Even
can we-
now,
can we agree
seeing-
on an objective way to measure it? Total price pool per year of esports.
Not no.
That's a very difficult.
What about
number to
total
pin down.
revenue? Esports revenue.
That's how much
Yeah,
fair-
sponsorships, prize money. Add those together. Advertising.
Fine,
Yeah,
fine.
And if you look at that, I think that's what the Super Data Research is a good article on that. They show
I
that
can't guess
increasing.
that. I mean, clearly it's increasing for now when you have major networks trying to get in on it.
Right, but okay. I think we're going in circles. But basically, I think they're getting
are,
in on
yeah.
League and Dota, and maybe Counter-Strike. Not really.
You know what I smell? I smell an editorial full of slot. So I think that's what you need.
All right, now let's move on a little here.
Here's one thing I wanted to bring up too.
Sure.
Let's see. It was about free to play, so I felt like I had to chime in over here. There's an older game called Darkfall, and it's trying to be relaunched. Take a look at this video.
But it's being independently relaunched.
Independent. Sean, you should mention this because
Yeah, I
you
actually
put up the
just
news.
wrote it.
Yeah.
There is a collective of former Darkfall online players, the original Darkfall, not the
And
relaunch.
that's a total of like 3 players, right?
On the website, there's 3 players listed, 3 Parisian-based players, and they have banded together to form Uber Games, which doesn't actually exist yet because they haven't gotten the rights from publisher Aventurine.
And that's Uber with a 3. They're cool guys.
Uber with a
right?
3. They're bringing Lead Speak back too. So basically, they want to bring the game back. But it's kind of interesting, and I can't see it working. One, I don't think they're going to get the licensing agreement or the IP, and it's going to be a buy-to-play model with a subscription.
What?
It's going to start at €20 and then gradually increase to 40 over the months after its release, if it even happens. Now, you can have games like Ultima and Dark Age of Camelot still have subscriptions, but I can't see 3 guys bringing Darkfall back and getting the buy-to-play and subscription.
And the reason this story I wanted to bring it up is the guys behind it specifically said not only is F2P
You see that?
Yeah. Slash buy to play, not viable for MMORPGs, but it also has devastating side effect on game design.
We should direct them to super data because I think
that's
true
just
statement.
nonsense. You can't say free to play or just buy to play alone without a subscription have devastating side effects on game design. That's bullshit. You can have games that run smoothly without without.
It's a dismissive statement.
Okay, well, I feel like it incentivizes people to compromise game design. It definitely does.
Yeah, oh, definitely, yes. But you can have, I
don't think you can blame it completely on that.
It tempts you, okay? It tempts designers to like sell power, obviously.
Yes.
But the greatest games don't do that, like Guild Wars 2 and stuff, and Terra, for example. Even as a free-to-play game, Terra's a pretty good example because it sells almost exclusively cosmetics.
And Terra has seen massive growth since becoming. I mean, that it saved the game. Like we would not have Terra if it wasn't for the model. So, I mean, we've seen a huge uprising in MMORPGs because of this model.
Yeah.
So basically, they're arguing they have no point because what they're arguing for, their version cannot. There's no market for it, which shows in the fact that Darkfall is shut down and is not coming back.
It's not coming back.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious what motivated them to do this. I guess I don't know. I have no idea.
Nostalgia for a bygone era.
Yeah, what's special about the game that we don't have in today's age?
Well, this was supposed to be like a spiritual successor to Ultima Online, even before Immortal Online and all that stuff. It's basically open PvP, skill-based progression, that kind of just jazz.
Aren't there a ton of games like that now, though? I mean, that are trying to come out. I mean,
Albeit Online, yeah.
Well, yeah, but again, Darkfall is old. I mean, this game is
2009.
Just open up a private server. Too.
So for the record, Darkfall Online is not shut down. It's called Darkfall, and Holy Wars is still around.
No. That was a spiritual successor.
Okay, spiritual.
It is. The original is shut down.
Okay.
I mean,
shut down in 2012.
It's like private server is probably your only chance at that point, right?
Are there private servers to this game?
I was thinking about that.
If there are, there's no. Yeah.
They're probably trying to make a private server and then since the real one shut down, they're going to just go with it.
Yeah.
That's my guess. That's what Warhammer's doing too. There's a Warhammer Online private server being developed, and the actual game is shut down.
How do you guys feel about that? By the way, making private servers of games that are already shut down. Do you feel like
that's awesome?
The company should have no say?
No say.
Unless they intend on reopening, then it can be like shut down because we're reopening.
Well, I mean,
but
they do have a say today, but they shouldn't have. They shouldn't intervene. Just let it happen.
Just let it happen. Don't resist. That's what you're saying.
Just let it happen. Just let it happen. I'm Mr. Jellybean.
Yo, Rick and Morty. It just ended. Rip.
Oh my god, dude!
I haven't seen the season.
All right. No spoilers for our but if you guys don't watch Rick and Morty, check it out. It's fun. It's an awesome show.
Omer, though, wasn't that ending?
It was good. It was
That was good. Yeah.
I mean, you can't be disappointed by Rick and Morty.
It was kind of a dick move ending, though. To be honest.
Now we gotta wait a year to find out.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty, guys, solid show.
I want to hit two quick things. So Soldier Front 2 shut down this week. I know you guys covered it in the weekly recap, but I remember playing this one. I remember playing the original too, and I think the original's still out.
Original is still around. Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, the sequel shut down, but the original's still there. But what's also interesting is oftentimes these games that shut down in America, they shut down in Korea too. But no, Soldier Front 2 is still alive and well in Korea. Netmarble publishes it. It's playable there too. And somebody mentioned the German version called Skill Online is up as well. So like there's some hope.
I think there's at least 100 of these older free-to-play games that are basically zombies. Which I mean they're Walking Dead. Like they need to go.
Yeah.
As soon as their license agreements are done, they're gonna go.
They gotta get purged. But there's also a lot of games that I kind of like S4 League, for example. I tried to play that earlier just for like relive some nostalgia, and like nobody plays it, so it's hard to get anybody on.
I mean that's the reason they're dead, basically. Is because it's just depressing to see an empty world. Like I log in, there's no lobby, there's no games up.
Yeah, I downloaded. There's two games that came out from Game and Game, Stone Cloud and Lovebeat. I did a video for Lovebeat, which will be up soon. It's a dancing game, so I had some fun with that one. But I tried playing Stone Cloud, right? And there was one other person online, right? One other person, and it's a MOBA basically, right? And he's got a lobby. I joined his lobby, right? I'm in his lobby. I said go. He kicks me. I'm the only other person on the entire server. Because you can check who's online the entire game, right? It was me and him.
Why did he kick you?
Reminds me of the Bible. Cain and Abel or whatever. It's just nobody on earth and they kill each other.
It's just like, yeah, exactly. What the hell? I was the only one on. Why are you kicking me, dude? Do you not want to play?
Well, yeah, after Saga Online, Odyssey, which was online originally, also shut down. And
Yeah.
this one kind of surprised me. It's actually developed and published by the same company, Perfect World.
Mhm.
So I thought I thought they wouldn't shut down any of their first-party games, but I was proven wrong.
Yeah. We had a funny picture for Ether Saga Online. Let me see if I can link you on this. It's basically the game has quite the artwork. Let me know what you guys think about this this screenshot over here. What does that pig remind you of, guys?
Let's see
Oh,
this.
DBZ or something.
Obviously.
Oh, dude, right?
It's a Dragon Ball Z Saiyan pig thing.
That's awesome.
But I don't know if you guys.
There's a pig guy in Dragon Ball, so it's like this is the pig guy in an alternate universe where he's awesome.
What's weird about Ether Saga is, I mean, if people will relate to this, if they've actually played it, I'll keep it short, but like, Ether Saga, Perfect World, and J Dynasty, all games by Perfect World, right? But they all look and feel identical.
Well,
It's
the
almost
same
like-
engine.
It is the same engine. I feel like they just reskinned it.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just weird.
I'm
That's why
not
they're one of my
surprised.
favorite companies. Love you, Perfect World.
Speaking of
Never changed.
Deathwatch, we're talking about shutting down games. Funcom is having some trouble.
They certainly are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I forgot to talk about.
They're basically asking their bondholders if they can please not pay yet. To hold out on payments. They don't,
You know
they
that's
don't
not a
want to pay
good
their debt.
Never a good sign.
So I was gonna ask you guys, like, what's the deal with that? Like, isn't Secret World doing okay? Like, why are they having
Secret World
problems?
was a huge disaster.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, yeah. It
Hmm.
released as a subscription MMORPG, and within like months, it had to go buy to play. Basically, yeah, that was did not work out. Their Lego game didn't work out either. They didn't get the money they thought they would for it.
Also, I don't think was it a disaster. What was the development cost for that game? I thought it wasn't that bad.
For Secret World.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised.
No,
I love voice
that was-
acting in that game.
That was a big project. It was a big project.
And Secret
wow.
World still has like a pretty what do you call it, tight knit community, doesn't it? And, like they have events and
Yeah, but
they're not doing well.
Nope,
Hmm.
not doing well.
But what's interesting is, I mean, Funcom has been having trouble for a while, so they've managed to survive for a long time. Because I found this article from 2012 saying the Secret World developer Funcom recently suffered layoffs, resulting in some restructuring, and they said that from now on they'll be okay. So they've been having money problems for years, like 3 years now or longer.
Since Age of Conan.
So yeah, Age of Conan. They probably spent the most money on that game, if I had to guess.
Well, no,
Do you think that
Hmm.
do you think that they're just having like marketing issues? Like they're not able to adapt to the market? Is that
They
is
have
that
no
their
games
problem?
that are just like kill. Also, I feel like the MMO, and we should probably talk about this earlier too, because it's kind of a big topic. But I feel like the MMO genre, and almost all video games really, are like the 90-10 rule. Like 10% of the games, not even 10, 1%,
80-20.
80-20.
80-20
But
rule.
in this case, it's like the 199% rule. Like 1% of the games make 99% of the money.
Mm-hmm.
Like
But I feel like Secret World is like it's so unique compared to other games. I'm surprised
is.
it's too
not.
niche. It's too niche.
But that's
There's
the problem, yeah.
Is it too niche? Is that why?
Yeah, there's the market for that kind of game is so small.
It's the only modern. It's the only modern MMORPG that I can
They
think
took
of.
a risk.
Right?
I actually think the world they created in that game is one of the best, and the lore and everything else they did I thought was great. But again, it's
When I
too...
played it, I didn't like it because it didn't feel visceral enough. And
aha, there's your word.
Oh my
you know,
God.
but it didn't, like the skills and stuff. They just kind of I felt disconnected from them, and that's why I stopped playing it. But I actually bought it.
But the game had a story, Sean. How was the story in that game? It was supposed to be like the biggest selling point.
It reminded me of a series of books called Illuminatus, which is where it's like a satire where every conspiracy theory is true, and it made it really enjoyable. I love that stuff. So I thought the game world was great in that sense, but it was really embellished in conspiracies and
It's like
Cthulhu
X-Files or
myths.
something. Like
Yeah,
X-Files.
kind of.
Guys, what is one conspiracy that you believe in?
The reptilian agenda.
That's a good one. How about
They're coming back.
Planet Nibiru and the Anunnaki?
Anunnaki, yeah. Yo, the ancient Egyptians were actually people from Atlantis. All right.
Oh, I heard that one.
Oh, that's not a myth. That's true.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
But how about the Nazi psychic
No,
powers and
What?
I don't
I never heard that
Nazi,
one.
Nazi psychic research?
I guess they didn't get
Occult
far.
research.
I guess they didn't get very far, else they could have won.
But it was true though that people were trying to employ psychics.
Yeah, I mean, CIA did that too. There's a movie about it. It's like
That's
the
MK
men-
Ultra.
Yeah.
The
Men Who Stare
remote
at
viewers.
Goats.
Yeah, Men Who Stare at Goats.
That's a good movie.
Really? I've never seen it.
So what's
I
the name
highly
of the
recommend
movie?
that movie.
The
You're
Men Who
right.
Stare at Goats.
It's,
Oh,
I'll check it out too.
George Clooney and what's his name from The Big Lebowski. A good movie.
I saw Big Lebowski. That's a classic comedy.
Yeah. Oh well. Before we get too sidetracked, so we did play WildStar this week, free to play. That was my first look at that game, and I liked what I saw. I enjoyed it.
And we're gonna be doing the Sunday Funday series in an interesting way. We're gonna be going back to the games like Guild Wars 2 and WildStar, and we're gonna be playing off without the recording for a while and on our own. And then we're gonna group up again and play as a group. Like every once in a while, we're gonna go back to a few games. So you're gonna see the progression beyond just the beginning too. So it's almost like a let's play for MMORPGs. So I think it'd be kind of cool.
So what
I
they
just
do in the
downloaded
slot
Guild
right now?
Wars.
How about like Friday? We can call it.
But
On
we have
Friday?
no, I think we should just keep it on Sunday Funday.
Oh, but then we're gonna show new games.
I mean, we will add new games to the rotation too.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we're gonna be doing this for a while. I mean, I have we're gonna be doing this channel. We're gonna be at episode like 500 eventually. So
They do Rust too.
yeah, we go back to Rust eventually too. But we might just we can do stuff like just playing Rust on a different day too. It doesn't always have to be Sunday if we want to just go back to a random game and we can just have fun doing it. It's cool to have like open-ended schedule because I put up Gumby's videos sometimes. I put up the videos I want to do sometimes. So we already have Sundays locked away. Tuesday's the podcast, and Monday. Those 3 days in a row are like already predetermined what they are with news, podcast, and Sunday Funday. So I don't want everything to be like a guaranteed slot.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
Keep it
I
flexible.
like how the end of every Tuesday, we always come to like strategizing in the podcast. You notice that? I'm glad we're so transparent.
Yeah, this is very open-ended here.
Also, I posted the video for the 10,000 subscriber video on YouTube. So
I saw that.
I want to
Oh,
give everybody
baby.
a big thank you again for big 10,000 subscribers. We got tons of comments on that video too. Everyone has been super supportive. Honestly, our listeners, our viewers are awesome people.
We love all of you.
I left a comment on every single person. So like we had
Wow.
I read and replied to almost every comment anyway. So on that video too, I gave everybody a response. So if you left a comment, I read what you said and I replied to you. So
This video is showing me my place in Vegas. I haven't been there in a few weeks now.
yeah, you probably miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So you
excited.
still have my jar of nuts you haven't finished?
Indeed. When you buy those sort of nuts, you always go for a few things. Like for me, I'm gonna grab the cashews. That's like top on my priority list. That's my go-to on the nuts. What about you guys? We got a sort of nuts. What do you go for first?
Macadamia.
Yeah, those are rare. There's a few of those.
Yeah, macadamia or pistachio for me.
Pistachios.
I'm a mix guy. I like the mix. I like the.
You like all the nuts.
I like
You
the-
love them nuts.
I love just
I
putting
can't
all
eat
the
almonds.
nuts in my mouth.
I
And
can't handle the almonds, guys. I'm sorry. Can't do that one.
Yeah, almonds have to be roasted and heavily salted for me.
Heavily salted.
Heavily salted.
I want to show you guys a
Okay.
little preview on my Lovebeat gameplay video, which I record. I'm going to put up. Though tomorrow is probably going to be my Black Desert video because I had so much fun in the character creator. I said that earlier in the podcast, and I want to show you that too, and I'll do a gameplay video for that too. But I did a video for Lovebeat, so let me pull up my Gaiozo.
Isn't Lovebeat that game I reviewed? Isn't that the mobile version?
No, that was Touch, wasn't it?
Yeah, but Touch. I think Lovebeat has the same assets. Let's take a peek.
It looks similar, but I don't think it is. I remember I played Touch.
Touch was a good game.
Can you do this in Touch? Here's what I have to show you.
I don't know.
Actually, let me look you directly at the image instead of the Gaiozo thing. There you go. Can you make that in Touch? Look at
My
this character,
goodness.
guys.
It's a bucket man. A
And
woman.
it says, I love Playboy, and it's a dude. And he's got like.
I thought it said I love
rollerblades
to
on.
play with boys.
So look how interesting my character looks, guys.
Okay, this game wins.
I picked up all the girls in this video, guys. All the 12-year-old girls in
You
this
mean
game.
the boys playing girls?
Yeah, obviously, but
How
yeah.
could you not? Look at you. You believe in safety first. You got the nice tight pink shirt.
Sure,
You're
how
holding
kawaii is my character?
So I have a theory, guys. This kind of reminded me of it. MMORPG theory time.
All right, I like theory
So
crafting.
the success
Oh,
of an
wow.
MMORPG is it's kind of like the bar model or a nightclub model. It's mostly dudes trying to get in, but the success is based on how many girls they can get through the door.
Oh,
Ooh.
interesting.
So like games like
Interesting.
Ragnarok, for whatever reason, girls played it, right?
It's
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah. So
League of
I
Legends.
don't know.
League of Legends,
I don't know if I'm buying this.
No? like
No,
Terra.
I like where this is going.
No, it
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
That's my theory there.
Obviously not every game, but MMORPGs.
It could just be that
WoW too has a lot of girls.
you have a broader appeal, which is you can attribute it to a broader appeal rather than
no.
specifically girls.
No, but the guys will follow, just like at a bar.
Yeah.
Like, you can't even tell though. I mean,
okay. Honestly,
you can tell.
Aaron, you're onto something. You know why?
Why?
I have some supporting evidence for what Aaron just said.
All right.
Right.
If you go to any Chinese MMORPG website, any Korean MMORPG website, there's always a section on their site saying, "Look at the players in our game," right? And it's always these cute girls but they're never actually in the game. I'll give you an example for
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. That one.
Yeah. Literally every one of these websites has it.
I always assume.
Okay, here you go. This is, let's see. Usually it's just fake stuff, you know?
Yeah, they're all fake. I think they're fake.
Touch Online does have that. I remember that specifically.
Yeah, exactly. Chinese games especially. If you go to their website, there's always a section for like this, all right? I don't know who this girl is, all right? But she's on the Tales of Pirate photo list, all right? I mean, nobody even plays Tales of Pirates anymore, right?
She does.
But apparently she does.
She does.
Guys, her birthday is 1998.
Oh, mama.
Her character name is Moondoll.
I bet they scrape
Player
like
photos?
MySpace profiles. They're still
Why?
public.
Yeah, I mean,
How is this relevant to the game? Oh my god.
No,
Well,
they
'cause what
scrape
Aaron
these
just said.
online.
yeah, what I heard just said. He did just grab these photos online, they slap random names on them, and they say, "Look at our game. These girls play our game, right?" And then dudes will see this and be like, "All right, I gotta get me some of that."
Gotta get in on some Tales of Pirates now.
It's not just
This
this
is
game.
horrible.
Why?
It's just horrible.
But that really proves your theory, at least in Eastern philosophy, Eastern games.
Eastern philosophy.
God,
I'm actually a master of Eastern philosophy. I don't know if you noticed.
Of course.
Dude, get out of my gaming, please.
Okay, shoot. And Aaron, look at this example too, guys.
Ugh.
Shoot.
Oh, I love Touch.
Look at Touch. This is the game. Look at the player photos. Find your love here, okay? I mean,
Well,
dude.
isn't this like one of those games where you
It's a dancing
try
game.
to?
No, but it's like a script. A lot of MMORPGs do this too, not just these dancing games.
The Tales of Pirate one I linked was an actual MMORPG. Though not a good one, but it was an MMORPG.
There's a lot of little kids on this one.
But I still don't believe these are real pictures. Why would you upload this?
You wouldn't.
I don't like.
I'm telling you, they're
I
all
don't like
scraped
where
from
this is
MySpace.
going.
These are not real pictures, I swear.
So what's creepier then is that if they're not real pictures, somebody sat there and took pictures of these people.
Look at this. Look. Do you think do you think Pika Girl?
No. They're real pictures from MySpace, guys. From abandoned MySpace profiles that are like public.
Look at this. Look at this. First of all, this information is wrong. She does not look Peruvian. And her name is not Stephanie. Look at this picture.
I like this picture. She's hot.
The name and ethnicity.
She's
does not
17,
match.
but I'm not gonna lie. She's pretty hot.
That's a-okay. But the information is nonsense too.
Sure. What did you link me? Some recipe for onions? And
Yeah,
bacon?
it's cleanse your mind with bacon wrapped onion bombs.
Nice.
This makes my mind very dirty.
This turns me on even more than the 17-year-old girls.
I'll take it. All right. I'll take her. You can have the onions.
All right.
But it's just, so your theory holds water.
I think so. I think most somehow for some also you're saying just broad appeal.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it, but a game. Girls try other games, but they don't stick. So the ones they stick in, obviously they did something right. The MMORPGs that they stick in.
Yo, you can get VIP level 20 in Touch Online. Let's see how much that costs. 30 million RC. How do you get 30 million RC? I'm gonna check out that cash out. If you guys, I've looked at a lot of these browser games already. It's just so mind-blowing how money grubby they are. Like, I did a video for League of Angels, and in order to get the max level VIP in that game, you need to spend like $6,000. Like, who does that?
Holy crap!
Like, these are not
pros.
micro.
Macro.
Macro transactions.
Also an editorial on MMOs.com.
Yeah, there's like some of these games are like a single checkout like $700. It's like, okay. It's almost like the Star Citizen model. Down payment on the house or spaceship. Makes no kind of sense.
You know what surprises me? How is Atlantic Online still around?
There's actually a mobile version of that game now too.
Really?
It's not called Atlantica. It's made by Endors though and published by Nexon Europe.
Oh, there's a Maple Story mobile coming?
Yeah, I saw the video.
Yeah.
Dude, that game could do well. Nexon's gonna make a killing on their if they make more of their mainstream titles mobile. Because they're making Dungeon Fighter Online mobile too, which is gonna make a killing in China, I guarantee. But MapleStory Mobile could be cool in America too.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go well.
I haven't really realized the wonders of mobile until recently.
Oh, you
Like
got,
I got that iPad, yeah,
Oh,
because
you got
my
an iPad?
brother.
That's cool.
Yeah, so my brother, he was on an unlimited data plan with his. He has like a really ancient plan. He didn't have a smartphone, and
What?
when he went, yeah, right. And then when he went to go get the new iPhone, they were like, "Oh, well, you're in luck. Here, have some free iPads." To give him 2 free iPads.
Wait a minute.
What
That
a
happened to
deal.
me. I never got free iPads for going to the store.
Yeah, he gave me. Well, we were there on launch day or something. They had some weird deal or something, and so anyway, they gave him 2 free iPads. So he gives me one, and I was kind of like, oh, I guess I'll use it, right? For like, I'll play Flagrant Order on it, and I never realized how amazing something like that was. It's like something you don't think you want until it's in your hands, and then you're like, I never want to not have this.
Wow.
It's like a
All
Wii
right,
U.
sure. How much money did they pay you? How much did Apple pay you to buy your loyalty?
Nothing. I'm actually not into Apple personally. Like
You're more a
hear me-
parrot kind of person.
You hear me crying all the time about like Macs and stuff, right?
Mhm.
But
So which one do you
it's
have?
kinda like the Wii U
regular
too, right?
iPad or the
it's
mini?
the mini iPad.
The mini.
the new one.
Oh, I see.
Because those are kind of cheap too, and you get what, $300 or something.
How big's the
Well, I
screen?
mean, it's got Netflix on it.
Okay,
I'm
sure,
not
but sure. Let's be real.
sure.
You use your iPad for porn, all right? Come on.
I have
Whoa.
actually never used it for porn. I mean, as of yet, but
Okay.
I just started.
I haven't
just
either.
started
I've never
using
used
it.
my. I've never
Really?
used my smartphone. for porn.
Sean, back me up here.
I mean, I
Have
think
you ever
guys both
used your
fools.
phone?
No, I have a Nexus 10 tablet, so
You never
I
use
use
your phone or
freedom of
tablet to reach the goods?
well, I only use them to
Okay,
reach the
yeah,
goods.
exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Honestly, that's like, yeah, me too. All right.
I just played the Grand Orders.
Call me old-fashioned, but
Sorry, that iPhone you got me for my birthday is being used appropriately.
well,
Bigger screen, bigger goods, you know.
it heartens me to know you. It's bringing you pleasure of one
You
form
know what you really
or
gotta
another.
do? You gotta get some Google Cardboard, right? You gotta make your own.
Mine would get all soggy if I got the card. I need some plastic.
I mean, have you guys played with the Wii U at all? Like you know how the controller looks so weird on it? It's like
Yes.
it's like a little
Yeah.
tablet, mini
Yep.
tablet. Yeah. So originally I thought that was like the dumbest thing ever. I was like, this is retarded, right?
Yeah.
And then my brother got a Wii U to play Smash, and then I started using it, and I was like, wait a minute, this is one of the most amazing things
Wait, whoa,
I've ever played with.
Roll this back. You used the pad controller for Smash.
Yeah, whoa. Sure.
What? Yes.
You use
Okay.
the controller.
The
gotta
answer
use-
is yes, and I actually have a good reason.
All right, what's a good reason?
A
Like
good
great
reason.
So the reason why I use the pad is because you can you can look at the game on the screen,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
right? And and Choco Channel and James, their TV has the frame lag, so I can't deal with that. So
but
I
that's
play
just
on
old
the.
Is this
TV
TV
then.
from like 1980?
Is
No,
this
I mean,
CRT?
no, it's not. It's CFTs don't have that problem. It's
Yeah, you're right. You're right. The early
fuck.
LSDs do. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't play on that because it has the lag. So I just play on the little controller, which has no lag, and then I crush everybody. So
On the note of Smash Brothers, I think Erhan, me, Shu. Sorry, Gumbly, we're left out of this fun. We've been playing a lot of Brawlhalla lately.
Brawlhalla.
Sean, have you heard of Brawlhalla?
I have heard of Brawlhalla.
We played the shit out of Brawlhalla for like. We're still playing. I played last night for like an hour and a half,
Damn.
and I've been playing almost every night. It's a fun game.
I'm
We
gold
should,
league in
we
that
should
game.
rank more. We should rank more.
Yeah, today we'll play some for sure.
Alright, yeah.
Oh man, I played an hour and a half with Ty. We got gold. We beat a plat player though. We played against a plat player in
Oh
ranked
damn.
one.
I've never seen a
Me and
platform.
Erhan had some epic 1v1s the other day. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
fun.
Who won?
I think it was 2-2 at the end.
Yeah.
Alright.
The last one was like
My wins
but
were
there was,
more
like,
decisive. Let's just
one
put it
game I got completely crushed though.
Yeah.
I think it depends on how often I get the lance. Right, I just get stomped when I have.
I
The
haven't
hammer.
figured out a good way to counter the lance yet.
Lance
Yeah.
is hella OP in Brawlhalla.
Well, I don't know how to use the hammer. Like it's not my playstyle. The lance is totally my playstyle though. So
Hey, Sean, you've been missing out. It's a solid game. It's like Smash, but like for PC, so you can play with your Xbox controller.
the most interesting thing is there's no block. You can't block in the game.
You can just dodge.
Now, to bring the podcast all together before we finish, if you guys
Alright.
want to check Brawlhalla out, it's actually on G2A. Just don't tell Riot.
Wow.
It's like 40 cents on there.
Yeah.
We gave away, I think, like, a whole bunch of keys because I messaged Brawlhalla asking for some keys just to give away, And they were pretty accommodative. So thanks, guys. They gave us like maybe 15 or so keys, and I already gave them all away though.
All right. So since they're cool guys, I'll just tell them now if they're listening. Do something somehow. Whoever you're selling these keys to in like Russia or whatever, stop because they're like selling them.
No. What happened was they had a deal with Alienware to give away like 20,000 keys, right?
Okay.
So what happened was somebody probably just got like 5,000 of those keys and sold them on G2A.
Oh, like somebody who works at Alienware? Or something?
No, because you get the keys for free. You know, you just click on a button and you got a key.
Oh.
So they're not really losing that much money from it, but still,
Yeah.
it's kind of.
Well, I mean, they kind of are because a lot of people buying
they're
this.
profiting off of them, right?
Because the retail game is $20, but clearly they had a deal with Alienware to give away X number of games. I mean, I think Alienware probably pre-bought some of those keys very cheap to also get the word out there for their game. I think when the game launches, it's gonna go. It might be free to play, isn't it?
I haven't looked into it.
I think it's gonna be free to play when it launches. Let me check. I remember reading something about it like somewhat recently. Once we hit open beta, we will definitely be free to play from that point forward.
Oh, okay.
According to Brawlhalla
So then you don't have to feel too bad about paying 30 cents
Yeah.
instead of $20.
Yeah.
It's a really solid Smash alternative for PC players.
One of my favorite fighting games like in a long time, and it's
There's
solid.
actually another game like this coming out. It's on Steam as well. It's called something Battle of Zephyr or something. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Ty brought up to me, your friend, but I'm just playing Brawlhalla right now. I don't have to experiment with other things. I'm liking my Holla.
Holla.
That Mall Holla.
The mall.
Guys, get this. The game's store. Okay, it's called the Mall Holla. All right, it fits the Brawlhalla.
So it's pretty awesome. Also, weren't the stories really good because we're reading them?
The lore.
Wait,
Oh
the
my God,
lore.
this is stupid.
They're pretty stupid, but it's funny. It's good writing.
All right,
Solid
well,
stuff.
that is it for this week. It seems
Mhm.
we've hit all the
Man,
news.
how long were we?
We are hour 16, so about our average, it seems.
Guys,
All right,
guys,
that's good.
the character creator in Black Desert is amazing. All right,
All right. We'll
my
see.
mind
Play
is
when
blown.
the NA comes out.
It's worth the 30 GB download now. If you're impatient, just get the 30 GB download and just enjoy the character creator because it's so much
Yeah,
fun with
don't
it.
worry about your hard drive. Black Friday's coming up. You can just buy a new one. All right.
Exactly.
Fill it
all
up.
right? Fill it up. Get that Black Desert in there. The Black Dessert. Black Dessert Online. All right.
Oh, I need new hard drives.
But my character's a dessert anyway, so.
All right. Well, that is it. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday fun day. What are we playing?
Oh yeah, we gotta do that. Ooh.
I nominate Guild Wars 2 or WildStar again. I
Okay.
can't want to play either.
Let's do
Guild
Guild
Wars
Wars.
2?
Let's do Guild Wars.
Guild
This is
Wars
why you
2
guys
was
are forced to catch up to me. I'm level 22.
Yeah, me and mommy are gonna. I actually just got my account back, so we can
Alright.
grind it up. You know.
All right. I'll see you guys on Sunday in Guild Wars.
There you
Alright.
guys.
Later.
Peace.